David joked with us that he took a picture of the first team offensive line. That actually, was that discussed as you guys were going through walkthroughs?
Yeah, he did that in walkthrough today. It was kind of funny. We joke on John Michael a little bit just because he's young, missed some time. But now it's great to have everybody back. We need these reps. I think we have like 7 or 8 practices before the first game, so we need every rep we can get.
Is there enough time to get the continuity that you would like in your first group?
I think so. I think we have a good group, a lot of veterans, which I think that helps with the group. And then John Michael, that's his second year in this system, so just making the right points. I think he's going to do a good job for us.
Did you notice that you guys hadn't been together at all?
I noticed, yeah.
What stands out then, like when you get these guys as a group, I guess what's different today that you guys are in there?
Honestly, not much difference, and I think that's a credit to all the guys in the room that we had. The nature of the business, guys are going to go down, and we need people to come in and be able to run the ship as it was going before. So, like I said, we have some veteran guys. Played a lot of ball in this league, so I think we're going to have a good group up front.
When you mention out the number of veterans that are up there, how much easier does that make when you guys are trying to gel quick?
I think it makes a huge difference. GV and Jermaine, they were with Carm in a similar system in Vegas, so I think that helps a lot. And Ryan's obviously played a lot of ball for Green Bay, so I think it's just a matter of getting on the same page as far as language. But the schemes, everybody, they've seen every play there is, so I think we're going to be okay.
Drew, is there anything tangible that you can look at? You've been in the room now, unfortunately. We've talked about it time and again. Not to go back, but when you look around and things don't feel right. Guys are scrambling, guys are young, they don't understand what's going on. Is there anything tangible that you can point to that all right, we're at ease, even if this guy's not here or that guy's not here?
I think they did a good job in the offseason, adding in guys, some older guys, and then just with some of the younger guys that we have, they've made a lot of progress this offseason with the new staff or with Karn. I think he's done a good job for us, so I'm excited for this year.
Is this the most confident you are heading into a season for your position group?
Yeah, but it's easy to be confident now. We'll see, once we get into the season, because that's when you'll really be tested. But I think we have a group of guys that'll battle, get to the right person, Emmy, stuff like that, not beating ourselves, and hopefully we can be dominant.
At what point do you start looking at fighting the defense, or have you already?
So in the offseason, I do a little bit of scouting myself just to see the rushers I'm going against. But as a group, I think we'll probably start up this week, just going into depth of their fronts, their schemes, and things of that nature. I don't know how far they got into game planning, but hopefully we'll get a good look at them soon.
You've played with Daniel all summer, but he's only had half in the preseason.
Yep.
Does he still need work, or is he ready?
I think we all need work. I don't think you can never be satisfied, and obviously, he's coming off an injury, missed some time, but I think he's going to be prepared. He does the most work out of anybody. I think he's going to be ready to go.
What have you noticed in John Michael coming back this year that's going to be different?
Yeah, he's missed a little time being injured, but I think his confidence has definitely grown. He's going against Dex every day, so I don't think it gets much harder than that, so I think he's going to be ready.
Andrew, with the offense overall, how do you get a feel of the speed that's been added and maybe Daniel's comfort as training camp has gone along?
Yeah, it looks a little different than last year. We've added some guys on the outside, like you said, that are explosive and made some changes up front. So we're excited to see what we're going to do this year.
At the risk of asking a dumb question, and it would not be my first, do you, when you're huddled up and when you're getting to call the plays being called and everything else, do you react any differently based on the play call?
As far as like whether it's run or pass or who the ball's going to?
The receiver position. I'm sorry, I didn't say that part.
For me, honestly, when the pass is called, I'm just worrying about where the mic point is, where we're sorting to, and then my individual technique. And if we do our jobs up front, then we have plenty of playmakers, and I trust DJ's going to get the ball to him. So I definitely get excited.
You were very open last year when this year ended about you wanted to come out, be healthy, stay healthy. When you come out of the summer the way you did, and again, by my count, I don't know if you missed something, right? Does that add to your confidence, or are you one of those, now this day is now it's all about tomorrow, it's not about what happened the last couple of weeks? So does that matter for you in the grand scheme of things?
No, it definitely matters. In OTAs, I missed some time. Didn't get to do some of the live periods, and for offensive linemen, you take every rep. the best thing you could have. You can do all the training you want in the off season, but until the bullets are flying, you don't know if your technique is working. So to not miss any practices, this training camp is huge for me.
Just to double check his math, did you miss any reps?
I think it was one team period that Dave's pulled a few of the veteran guys out, but none due to injury. Yeah.
You were captain last year, right?
Yeah.
So how much difference is now this year, where a lot of those guys who were here last year are gone, bigger voices? Like, who's kind of stepped up into the leadership voice?
I think for one, this year is less captains, so I think that holds a little bit more weight. Guys respect you in the locker room, and we brought a lot of other veteran guys along, even if they're not captains. They've done a good job on both sides of the ball, just being leaders and trying to get everybody on the same page.
Today change everything in the sense that, all summer it's been preparing, and now what you see ahead of you is Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, heightened anticipation for sure, but this week we're still focusing on us, hammering down our techniques, fundamentals, really laying that final foundation before week 1.
I think we saw 6 inside backers out there today.
Yep.
And you probably have had at least one play with all 5 of the other guys that were with you.
Yep.
I know there's something about familiarity, but how big is it for you to have some continuity here going forward?
It's good. I mean, that speaks to the talent in our room. I think, every guy in the room is plug and play, can play Mike or Will and play well for us. So, as we get into season, like you said, continuity is great, communication, hammering that in. So, game day it's seamless, but I feel confident with all the guys.
What makes Darius able to handle, like if he started week 1 next to you?
Yep.
What can he do? What can he bring to the defense?
He's an old school football player. I think I don't know if you saw it, but you might have heard it. That big hit in the Jets, he ran that running back right over. So he plays physical, he plays fast, he plays the game the right way, and he's smart. So he's a plug and play guy for sure.
Does it put any more on your plate if week 1 you have a rookie next to you, a guy preparing for his first debut, rather than somebody maybe with a little bit more experience?
Potentially, just communication. Obviously, it's his first live game, so jitters, excitement there. But there is a such thing as youthful exuberance, so that's what he brings to the table: that excitement, that energy, and he flies around with his hair on fire.
How different does the defense look to you with Brian Burns as part of it right now? Thibodeau's in kind of a different role, and adds somebody they got a different guy that they have to double for the middle linebacker. How different overall are you guys just by adding him?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see in game speed. Obviously, we saw in the Texans game, the ball's getting out quick. Quarterback really doesn't have an option, but he just adds extra dynamic of, flexibility, speed, athleticism on the edge that we haven't had.
Do you think it makes a big difference to have like a sort of, lack of a better term, star or edge rusher or all-pro type edge rusher?
I mean, when you add it to the group, for sure. Now you can't just double decks and decide to have one-on-ones. You got KT, who finished 11.5 sacks last year. You got Burns, who signed to a big contract. You got Dex, so it's like kind of pick your poison right there.
Since the jet practice, it seems Aaron Rodgers did very well. There's been questions about the secondary. Are there questions for you?
No. I mean, we have a young group, like I said, but we have a lot of talent. We got a lot of youth. And, those guys are growing and maturing real well. Jason Pinnock's doing a great job leading that group. Obviously, Deontay Banks, first-round pick, he's locked down. So those guys are coming along, extra communication from my end, and a great pass rush will help everybody.
Does it put more pressure on the front 7?
It can. As we figure out our game plan, figure out how teams are starting to attack us, we'll figure out our strategy.
Any more?
Bobby, last year you guys had, I think it was 10 captains who got hurt and got to step up.
Yep.
Dave's told us, Andrew just said, you guys have 5 this year.
Yep.
Half the amount. Does it add weight to the idea of the captains, knowing that it's not 10 guys, now it's just on the 5 of you guys with the C on your chest? Yeah,
not necessarily. I mean, every year is a different year. Every team's a new team. So I think the best fit for our team this year was the 5 captains. Great guys who have different leadership styles, different experiences and wisdom, and I think we'll do a great job.
Why do you think the best fit is 5 this year compared to 10 last year?
I mean, just obviously, coming off the 2022 season, having established leadership there and having a successful year, then bringing in free agents like me and Waller, it was kind of a room of a lot of leaders. But with departure of some guys, obviously Saquon, X aren't here. Just based off everything that's unfolded, it's kind of the right fit.
That's something Dave's talked about with you guys, and like, that you maybe gave input on. That you maybe it was better to pare the number down to.
No, not necessarily. I mean, we all voted as a team today, and I think that's just how the votes came out.
You mentioned about differing personalities. Is
Yeah.
that important when you have captains, that not everybody leads the same way, talks the same way?
Not necessarily. I mean, you kind of deal with what you have. Like, if we all have the same personality, I mean, we can figure it out too. But different leadership styles. Some guys lead by example. Some guys are rah-rah guys. It just adds to the collective.